Please draw your hands to your heart. You can repeat after me. Namo Fundamental Teacher.
Namo Fundamental Teacher.
Shakyamuni Buddha.
Shakyamuni Buddha.
Namo Fundamental Teacher.
Namo Fundamental Teacher.
Shakyamuni Buddha.
Shakyamuni Buddha.
Namo Fundamental Teacher.
Namo Fundamental Teacher.
Shakyamuni Buddha.
Shakyamuni Buddha.
The unsurpassed,
The unsurpassed,
profound, subtle and wondrous Dharma.
subtle and wondrous Dharma.
It's difficult to encounter
It's difficult to encounter
in hundreds
in hundreds
of millions
of millions
of kappas.
of karmas.
I now see and hear it,
I now see and hear it,
receive and uphold it.
receive and uphold it.
May we understand
And may we understand
the true meaning
the true meaning
of the Tathagata.
of the Tathagata.
Namo Amituofo.
Namo Amituofo.
Okay, welcome everyone to our weekly Dharma talk. So on the poster we call it Wisdom Talk. Dharma talk. Dharma means the Buddha's teaching. And the Buddha's teaching is really about wisdom, about the truth of life and the universe. The Buddha teaches us how to activate the original wisdom that's within all of us. So we thought if we put the word Dharma talk, a lot of people don't know what that means, so we just put wisdom talk. Yeah, it's really Dharma talk, but Dharma talk is also wisdom. But it's not just the ordinary wisdom. Buddha teaches the transcendent wisdom to help us to transcend all sufferings in life. And each week we introduce basic or fundamental topics in Buddhism. So we are coming to actually almost the very end of the series of teachings. But it's okay if you're here for the first time, because I'll try to make it very simple for you to understand. But actually today's teaching is what we can call the postgraduate course. But we can still make it very easy for you to understand. So I practice Mahayana Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism, and the school is called Pure Land Buddhism. So why there are so many different schools of Buddhism? You heard of many different schools of Buddhism? So each of the school represents a teaching by the Buddha. Why do you think the Buddha creates so many teachings? Why didn't he just teach like one teaching and that's it? Just one school? What do you think? Why university offers so many courses?
For different people?
Exactly, because people have different preferences, different needs, different capacities. So the Buddha opened many different, what's called Dharma gates, Dharma doors. So all these doors are to help you enter to the path of Buddhism, to help you to realize Buddhahood, to be a Buddha. And it's like many roads to run, and you choose what suits you the best. So I know this is my path because I've been on this path 7th year. But before this, I searched for a long time, like 6 years of searching and plus 7 years of practice. So yeah, I've been on this path for quite some time, and also lived in a Chinese temple with my master, call him Shifu in Chinese, for almost 3 years before I came back to Australia. So I know this is definitely my path because I love this meditation so much, the nearful meditation. So this can be called my specialty. So some people maybe they just like maybe vipassana, I just sit down and just maybe observe the breath and not doing anything. Well, this is also very good. So all the Buddha's teachings are very good. You find whatever suits you the most. This particular method, the Buddha said, is very suitable for people during the Dharma decline age. So currently we are in the Dharma decline age. where the world is filled with a lot of afflictions, where it's more challenging, more difficult for people to actually find peace within. But this meditation, you can do it whenever. You can do it on your way to work. You can do it even during your work. If you're not involving too much of the logical thinking, you can do Amituofo, Amituofo. So our meditation, our mindfulness, it's really about moment-to-moment practice. It's not about 1 hour a day or half an hour a day. For beginners, they think, oh, I meditate an hour a day. But hey, what do you do with the rest 23 hours if you're not aware? So meditation is about moment-to-moment awareness. And why eventually I settled down on this practice, this particular meditation, this path, it's because when I realized, oh, meditation is actually moment-to-moment awareness. It's not about just 1 hour a day in the morning or in the evening. It's not enough actually. Right? So that's why I need a very simple method I can easily apply in any moment of my life. Right? When anger arises, Amituofo, Amituofo, Amituofo. If you have to develop. Sometimes people say, oh, but I nianfo, but I cannot control my emotions and all this. That's because you haven't put enough of effort into it. It's like anything in life. You need to put effort. You need to be diligent in your practice, because it's very easy for us to just develop a bad habit. We have this bad habit for so long, and all of a sudden you want to change it, then you really have to put in a lot of effort and determination. And when your mindfulness of Amituofo is enough, long enough, you practice this long enough, I can guarantee you can quickly transform whatever negative thinking that's in your mind. And I'm speaking from my personal experience. So I feel much, much happier and at peace with myself after practicing this meditation for 7 years now. So I can tell you this definitely works, and it's the easiest I've practiced out of so many other different types of meditation. I practiced many different types of meditation before this, and then I eventually thought, that's it. There's much more to this. I won't go into too much detail about this particular teaching, why it is so valuable. The Buddha also said, this from the sutras, sutra means the Buddha's teaching, this is the easiest path for people to transcend the cycle of reincarnation, the cycle of birth and death. But maybe I won't go into too much detail tonight. I have a YouTube channel called Pure Land Buddhism, where I talk particularly about this teaching. And I also have a different YouTube channel called Hai Hui Shan. This is our foundation, our charity we established in Australia to promote mindfulness, meditation for mental health. Yes, so I'll make it simple. And tonight we're going to talk about the 10 great practices and vows of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra, or Bodhisattva Universal Worthy. I bet maybe a lot of you haven't heard of this. You heard of it?
Yeah, the Bodhisattva?
Yeah. You know what's a Bodhisattva? Very good.
Yeah.
What's a Bodhisattva?
So someone who dedicates their whole life to alleviating the suffering of others in the world.
Very good. Okay, yes, you're right. 100 points to you. So we know the Buddha and then the Bodhisattva. What are the differences? So, and you heard of Arahant in Buddhism? Arhat, no? So Buddha is a complete enlightened being who awakens to the truth of life and the universe, completely enlightened. Bodhisattvas are highly enlightened beings. They're not yet like a Buddha yet, but they're already enlightened. Enlightenment has many stages. It's not just one stage. In Theravada Buddhism, the Theravada school, 4 stages of enlightenment. Mahayana, 52 stages. The 4 stages is only equivalent to the primary school enlightenment. They let go of all the attachment, but they haven't let go of the attachment to the Dharma, and they haven't let go of the separation. Whereas the Bodhisattvas, they let go of all the attachment, and then they also let go more of the separation. So they see we are actually all one. We are the same. That's why even if I liberated out of suffering, I have to help others because we are one. You know what I mean? Yeah, so Bodhisattva give rise to what's called bodhicitta. Bodhisin, bodhicitta. Chitta in Sanskrit means heart, mind. Bodhi means awaken on Sanskrit. Right? This awakened mind that not only they want to liberate out of sufferings for themselves, not only they want to aspire for perfect Buddhahood themselves, they also want to help others to end suffering. So it's very altruistic, very selfless. This is the Bodhisattva path. And Mahayana Buddhism, it's all about the Bodhisattva path. When we are practicing the Bodhisattva path. That's why at the end of the meditation, I always tell you to give this dedication. May all beings be happy and free from suffering. So not only ourselves be happy, that's it, end of the story. No, you should also try to help others. It's like when you become rich, you should also help the poor. Yes. So the Theravada school, it's more like I just want my own liberation, that's it. Okay, so that's they attain enlightenment to the stage of Arahant or Arhat. Arahant is like, I think Pali or Sanskrit, one of the words, Arahant and Arhat. It's one stage of enlightenment. In Mahayana school, this is like a primary school of enlightenment. So their goal is to reach enlightenment to this stage, and they enter nirvana. It's like they just dwell in the bliss of nirvana, the bliss of the enlightenment, and they don't feel the need to go and help others. It's like they are liberated themselves, that's it. Game over. And the Bodhisattva is like, not yet, not yet. You have to, again generate bodhicitta to help others. Okay, so these are the differences. So the Theravada school is usually practiced in countries like Thailand. Also we have some big temples here in Australia. Some Southeast Asian countries, they practice Theravada Buddhism, and Mahayana Buddhism is usually practiced in many East Asian countries like China, like Vietnam, South Korea, Japan, although the schools are slightly different. Okay, so today we're going to talk about one Bodhisattva called Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. Samantabhadra in Sanskrit, in English literally means universal worthy. So when you come into the Mahayana school, you will encounter what's called Bodhisattva enterprise. Have you heard of Guan Yin? Avalokiteshvara? No? Guan Yin. You know a lot of Bodhisattva.
It's just a figure, right? Bodhisattva figure.
Yeah. Guan
Spiritual
Yin
figure.
is a Bodhisattva of compassion. So in Mahayana Buddhism, there are many, many bodhisattvas because many beings have already reached enlightenment and they already start to help others. So today we are talking about the 10 great practices and vows of Bodhisattva, universal worthy. This particular Bodhisattva has 10 great practices and vows. If you want to realize Buddhahood, this is what you should follow, the 10 great practices and vows. Yes. And at the end of the year, I'm bringing a group to Sichuan, Mount Ermei in Sichuan in China. So every year I bring like a group on pilgrimage. It's to very holy sacred mountains in China. And this time we are going to Bodhisattva Universal Worthy's temple, mountain in China. Yes. So why it's called the 10 great practices and vows? Because Buddhism, it's not about theory. It's not about talk. What do you think that's more important than just theory?
Practice.
Very good. Very good. Practice. It doesn't help if I just tell you the methods of meditation and you don't do anything. Then you're like, oh, this is not useful. No, it's not useful because you're not practicing it. So practice is the most important. Practice and vows. If you can follow all the 10 great practices and vows of Bodhisattva Universal Worthy, then you can be a Buddha. If you can perfect all these 10 great practices and vows, you can be a Buddha. It's not easy. And this is from a sutra called Avatamsaka Sutra. Avatamsaka Sutra in Sanskrit, in English, it's Flower Adornment Sutra. This is the most massive sutra in Buddhism. The word sutra means Buddha's teachings. All the Dharma gates, all the Buddha's teachings can be found in this sutra. The sutra has like 80 volumes. It's massive. Yeah, it's the heaviest, the biggest teachings in Mahayana Buddhism. I only read the sutra once because it's so massive, and it took us 3 months in the temple. Every day we read one chapter, and after 3 months you finally finish all the 80 volumes. But even all the 80 volumes are not it. This is what's only available in the human world, because that's how much capacity the humans can understand. And you cannot even understand if you read that. It's like, oh. Yeah. So you can search about it. It's very interesting. And at the final chapter of that sutra, it has the 10 great practices and vows of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. Bodhisattva Universal Worthy. And so what are the 10 great practices and vows? First is to pay homage to all the Buddhas. Second is to praise the Tathagatas. Third is to extensively cultivate making offerings. Fourth is to repent all the karmic obstacles. Fifth is to rejoice in the merit of others. Sixth is to invite the Buddha to turn the Dharma wheel. Seventh is to invite the Buddha to stay in the world. Eighth is to constantly learn from the Buddha. Ninth, to constantly accord with sentient beings. And 10th is to universally transfer all merit. So these are maybe quite unfamiliar to all of you, but each week we're just only going to explain one of them. It will take us maybe 10 weeks to finish. So maybe a bit of background of the final chapter of the sutra. Basically, all the Buddha's teaching can be found in this massive volume. All Dharma gates are in the Avatamsaka Sutra. All Dharma gates arise from the Avatamsaka Sutra. And all Dharma gates eventually also lead to the Pure Land teachings, which we're going to talk about it later. So, in that final volume, there is this Bodhisattva called Sudana. And Sudana came to Bodhisattva Manjushri. You heard of Manjushri? No. Okay, another great Bodhisattva, the Bodhisattva of wisdom, transcendent wisdom. So this Sudana is like a child, but he's already enlightened. He's an enlightened child, but he's at the beginning of enlightenment, primary school enlightenment. Mm-hmm. And then he came to Bodhisattva Manjushri. Manjushri is like the top level of enlightenment for all the Bodhisattva. All the Bodhisattva, also universal worthy Guan Yin. They're like the 51st stage, 52nd being Buddhahood. They're all 51st stage. And then he said, in Manjushri, I'd like to realize Buddhahood. What should I do? And then Manjushri said, okay, you can go and follow all these teachers. And he went to see all the teachers. But the first teacher he saw was a monk called Merry Cloud, or Virtuous Cloud monk. And then the monk taught him the Nianfo practice. It's what we are practicing tonight. So he found the monk rested at a mountain, and then the monk said, I don't know anything, but I only know this Nianfo, so you can practice this Nianfo. So all the teachers are all enlightened beings, and they reach enlightenment through different practice, different teachings. So after he saw this monk, and then he went to all the 52 teachers and eventually arrived at Bodhisattva Universal Worthy. And Bodhisattva Universal Worthy said, I don't have anything to teach you. Each of them all said the same thing. I don't have anything to teach you except this. And then he taught him the 10 great practices and vows. So any Bodhisattva, if you want to realize Buddhahood, this is what you ought to practice. You have to perfect all this before you can be a Buddha. At 52nd stage of enlightenment. Very difficult. Almost impossible, we can say. And you will know why once you study the 10 great practices and vows. So, and then The first one is to pay homage to all the Buddhas. Who are the Buddhas?
Teachers?
Yeah. Who's the Buddha in our world? Any idea? No? Who sort of like founded Buddhism in our world?
Do you mean the prince? What's his name again?
Siddhartha.
Yeah, Siddhartha.
Siddhartha Gautama.
Gautama, yeah.
Yeah. But what's his Buddha's name? What's the name of him after he realized Buddhahood?
I think I'm blanking. I think at one point maybe I did know, but
Yeah, it's like in Chinese we usually call him Shakyamuni Buddha. He's from the Shakya clan, like when he was born into the family, surname. Oh, Siddhartha Gautama. Gautama. Yeah, I think he got a few different names depending on the country you prefer to call him by that. In Chinese, usually we call him Shakyamuni Buddha. Shakya means he has this ability and he also has the compassion. So he's the Buddha in our world. Have you heard of any other Buddha? Yes?
I'm thinking of the big, the generic one that you see everywhere with the big belly.
Oh, that's got the Maitreya Bodhisattva. Maitreya, he's currently a Bodhisattva. He will be the future Buddha after Shakyamuni Buddha. But he will come down here after like 5.6 billion years or 5.7 billion years. A long time. Because currently, Mahayana cosmology is very vast. Currently, he resides in the fourth level of heaven called Tusita heaven, the inner court of Tusita heaven. And he is expounding the Dharma to the heavenly beings. And in the Tusita heaven, their lifespan is 4,000 heavenly years. And one day in the Tusita heaven equals to 400 days on earth. So that's why he had to spend all the time there, and then he descended here to share the Dharma again. What other Buddhas you heard of? What we were just chanting the whole time?
Amitabha Buddha.
Yeah, Amitabha Buddha. Amitabha Buddha, the Buddha of infinite light and life. But Shakyamuni Buddha told us to the west of this world, 10 trillion Buddha lands away, there is another Buddha called Amitabha Buddha. And his world is called the Western Pure Land of Ultimate Bliss. And at the end of your life, if you recite the name of Amitabha Buddha Amituofo, even for 10 times, at the end of your life, before your last breath, you keep reciting his name, keep being mindful of his name, you will see the Buddha come to receive you. Your consciousness will migrate with the Buddha to his Pure Land. And the Pure Land is not like heaven. So in Buddhism, you heard of samsara, the 6 realms of reincarnation, where heaven realm being one of the 6 realms. So the Buddha said the heaven realm, the beings there enjoy tremendously long lifespan, but it's not eternal yet. According to the Buddha, there could be a time their blessings have finished, their lifespan is finished, and they could still fall down according to their karma, and they could reincarnate into one of the 6 realms. The Pure Land is outside of samsara, outside of the cycle of reincarnation. And if you go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, you can realize Buddhahood quickly. Because it's a world without suffering and all bliss. There you can realize your true nature, infinite light and life. This school of practice is the most popular in East Asia countries. This is the largest Buddhist practice in China. Do you know why? Because many people, they practice Nianfo, they recite Amitofo, and they see the Buddha come to receive them, exactly like what's described in the sutra. At the end of their life, while they're still conscious, awake, they tell others, now I see the Buddha come to receive me, I'm going with the Buddha. And they left with a big smile on the face, either by sitting in meditation or standing, all kinds. And this practice has been in China for over 1,600 years. We have many recorded rebirth cases like this from ancient time in China till nowadays. Nowadays, there are even videos about that. Before, it was written records, books, many thick volumes to record it down. People from the Tang Dynasty, they practice Nianfo, they saw Amitabha Buddha, they go with the Buddha. So this is the most popular practice in China. And it's actually real. Yeah, and on my channel, Pure Land Buddhism, I share also some rebirth cases for people who are interested. And if you Nianfo, you practice this meditation, at the time of your death, you will not have any fear. If you believe, first of all, if you don't believe, that's another story. If you believe, then you want to go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, you believe it's real. I'm telling you it's real, but you don't have to believe in what I say. You can do your own research and to experience for yourself. From my Nianfo practice, I can confirm this practice is real. Also because the Buddha taught us from the sutra. Buddha is a completely enlightened being. He had no need to lie. He doesn't need to renounce to be a prince. He was a prince. He got everything in the world. He doesn't have to renounce everything and to lie to you. What was his motive? What good will he get? So I believe in the Buddha's words, and also for my own practice of this practice for so long, I can confirm this is definitely real. And at the end of your life, if you are mindful of Amituofo, you heard of the stage rigor mortis. Yeah, a lot of people when they die, they go through the rigor mortis. Almost everyone, apart from Nianfo practitioners, because the body is very hard. Why do you think the body is very hard? You saw a dead person before? Yeah. The body very hard? Why?
Because their soul left their body.
But it's because they're afraid. Who's not afraid of death? Raise your hand if you're not afraid. I'm not afraid because I know where I'm going after. But if you don't know what's after death, okay? Imagine inside all the unknown. Or people think death is the end, that's it. It's not that simple. And they are very afraid at the time of dying. And that's why the body is very tight and very hard after their death. Most people are like that. If you practice this meditation at the time of your death, you're not deluded, and your mind is not like confused or anything, you're not deluded, and you keep Nianfo, you will really see the Buddha, and your consciousness will go with the Buddha, and your body will be completely soft. You don't have the stage of rigor mortis. And this area, the crown, the top of your head, will be the last place that have temperature. That this will be very warm because your consciousness exits from the top on the crown. This is like you ascend. If you ascend to the heaven, there are some beings, if they practice good deeds, like the 10 good deeds in Buddhism, they can also go to the heaven. In Buddhism, we don't say, if you believe in God, then you can go to the heaven. It's like you practice 10 good deeds, you accumulate very good karma, then it's possible you can ascend to the heaven. If you ascend to the heaven, this will be the last place that it gets cold. So consciousness exit from here. Human, her heart. The stomach is the hungry ghost. The knees is the animal, and the feet is to the hell realm. Yeah. All these are like very scientific actually. All these are how we know all this, because this tradition had been practiced for so long, 1,600 years in China, and we have so many statistics, evidence, and that match with what the Buddha said in the sutra. So the Buddha also said you don't have to believe in my words, but you can practice and you can see it for yourself. Yes. And this practice from the sutra, the Buddha said, is the most suitable for beings at this age, because this is the easiest to transcend the cycle of samsara. Why do you think we want to transcend the cycle of samsara?
To escape, the birth and the rebirth, death and rebirth, and the accumulated karma and suffering.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you know a lot. Because if we keep staying here, what we will always experience? Suffering. Yeah. The suffering of birth, sickness, old age, death, not getting what you want, separation from loved one, the suffering of the 5 skandhas, the physical and the mentals, the 8 types of suffering the Buddha talked about. In the human realm, we are quite blessed. All of you, if you are here, you are blessed. You have very good karma from also your past life as well. Right? You are being born in a country like Australia, you get to live here. Very good karma compared to a lot of beings in the world. The human realms, we see there's a mixture of suffering and happiness, but eventually still suffering. The essence is still suffering. But if we see the animal world, that's even worse. Right? Even the moment I speak, already many animals have been killed, slaughtered in the world. Not to mention other worlds that we may not be able to see with our physical eyes. So the Buddha said, if we keep being trapped in the cycle of samsara, reincarnation, repeated birth and death, there's always endless suffering. So if you are the wise one, you should try to exit samsara. To exit samsara doesn't mean that you don't exist anywhere. No. It means if we go to the Pure Land, our true nature is actually infinite light and life. You are actually infinite. But now, due to a thought of ignorance, you come into samsara. We have the painting, the samsara painting downstairs, explaining the 6 rounds of reincarnation, what's caused the 12 links of dependent origination, the causation of the reincarnation, how karma works. And we got a QR code below the painting. You can scan the QR code, it leads to my video that explain all this topic. It takes a lot of time to explain these concepts. So if you're interested, you can take a photo when you go down. So we won't spend too much time on it, but I keep it short. If you want to transcend all sufferings in life, in this lifetime, while you are still in a human body, because next life you don't know, then the easiest way is to recite Amituofo, practice Nianfo, and about to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. This is the easiest way to transcend the cycle of reincarnation. You don't have to realize enlightenment to go to the Pure Land. You just need to believe in it, you want to go, and you Nianfo, that's it. If you satisfy the 3 criteria, you can go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. In Mahayana cosmology, the Buddha told us there are infinite Buddhas in infinite worlds. Infinite Buddha. Each Buddha has their Pure Land created by the pure mind. But why he recommended to go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land? Because this is the easiest for us humans here. Because you don't have to realize enlightenment. Other Pure Lands difficult to get to. You have to practice like a very high level of Bodhisattva for you to go to that Pure Land. You can think of the Pure Land like a different dimension, like a highest dimension of existence, while we are here in the lowest dimension. Planet Earth is not actually very ideal to live in. If you read the Buddhist sutras, and he described many other worlds as well, and we are what's called not ideal, low dimensional existence with a very relatively short lifespan and the sufferings, wars, poverty, all these problems, and very vulnerable body. So this is not actually very ideal. To go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land is like to really activate your infinite potential. We all have the infinite potential that's within us. Even quantum physicists approve what the Buddha said is real. In quantum physics, there's what's called quantum field. Quantum field is actually everywhere. It's like our Buddha nature. We are actually infinite. We don't have to be confined into this very limited existence. But why here we are being confined here? What do you think? Lessons. Also ignorance. Because of a thought of ignorance, we fall into the cycle of samsara, attachment, craving, greed, anger, ignorance. Yes, because of all this. Oops, we are here. But it's okay. Alright, so pay homage to all the Buddhas. So Buddhas means perfect enlightened beings. But here, to pay homage means to respect. it's not only limited to those beings who have already attained enlightenment. It also includes who are also the Buddhas. What do you think? Are you a Buddha?
I was going to say us, like in
Yeah,
each
exactly.
of us,
We
yeah.
are like future Buddhas, right? So it also includes future Buddhas, not only the present Buddha, and also the past Buddha. Buddha said, actually, there are infinite Buddhas in infinite cosmos, because Buddha nature is within all beings. Of course, not only he realized Buddhahood, there are also other beings who have already realized Buddhahood. Realized Buddhahood, Buddha means what? What's the word Buddha mean? The meaning of Buddha. Sanskrit, it means awaken. Buddha nature, awakened nature. What's this awakened nature? You completely, first of all, if you say you are completely awakened, first you transcend all sufferings in life, and second, you correctly understand, you're awakened to the truth of life and the universe. So Buddha is actually all-knowing, that he knows everything correctly in the entire cosmos. There's no mistake. Because it's infinite, the Dharma body. In Mahayana Buddhism, Buddha has 3 bodies. Dharma body means everywhere, infinite. And second is the rewards body, where they reside in the Pure Land. It's like sometimes we see these statues, the paintings, they have like golden body, they beautiful adornments, and they are standing on lotus. It's like the rewards body that they get after countless eons of cultivation. And the manifestation body is that they can come into our world and to appear like us, to share the Dharma with us. Like how Shakyamuni Buddha came into our world, he chose it to come to be Prince Siddhartha. He chose this. It's not like he reincarnated as Prince Siddhartha, no. Like before that, he was in the Tusita heaven teaching, but actually from the Lotus Sutra, he had already long ago realized Buddhahood. He had a long eons ago already realized Buddhahood. He come here to appear as Prince Siddhartha to show us it's also in your potential. But it's very difficult. The easy path is the Pure Land path. Yeah, all the other paths you have to cut off your attachment to realize enlightenment. Can you let go of all your attachment? No, we cannot let go, let's be honest. Even if I'm talking about non-attachment all the time, I'm not completely non-attached yet. If you're gonna kill my body, I will be very attached maybe. So non-attachment, easier said than done. Right? Particularly in this world, very difficult for anyone to let go of all your attachment. With all the other practices, you have to let go of all your attachment. You cannot be attached to the slightest thing in the world in order to access samsara, apart from the Pure Land practice, because you are relying on the vow of Amitabha Buddha to receive you to his Pure Land. A metaphor. To cross the Pacific Oceans, you can either swim by yourself to cross there, or you can take a luxury yacht, boat, to get to the other shore. Yeah, so from the sea of suffering to the shore of liberation, there are many ways. And you choose. For me, I like the easy way out. So I choose the Pure Land path. But to pay homage to all the Buddhas doesn't mean only those who have realized Buddhahood, but also us, every being, because every being has what?
Buddha nature.
Very good. So are you a Buddha?
I guess I have the potential for
Yeah,
it. Or it is my true nature that I am
Exactly.
not yet awakened to.
Yeah, very good. You can be called a future Buddha,
Yeah.
because eventually you will definitely realize Buddhahood, hopefully after this lifetime, when you go to the Pure Land, if you go to the Pure Land. If not, then maybe it will take you more time, because you will keep reincarnating and then you don't know where you are in this life. And you don't know whether
I'm
you
gonna
can...
relearn everything.
Yes, what's so annoying about reincarnation is yeah, it's like now I've already practiced so many years. If I again reincarnate, say lucky enough I'm a human, I have to learn A, B, C and start all over again. That's if you are lucky to be a human. What if you are an animal? You cannot study the Dharma. Very difficult. You cannot hear the Dharma. If you can't hear the Dharma, then it's like you waste your life. And then again, you keep reincarnating. And what if you keep falling down in the 3 evil realms? The animal, the hungry goes to hell. Even for the heaven beings, they don't want to study the Dharma so much. Do you know why? Because too much pleasures up there. They live a very good life there. And they have very long lifespan. There isn't so much of impermanent until at the time of death. So the Buddha said the most ideal realm out of the 6 realms is the human realm. Because you don't have such a long lifespan, it's easier for you to wake up. Like if you only got like 80 years to live, maybe you may wake up when you are like 60 or oh who knows, some people they also don't wake up. But if you have good enough karma from your past life, then you will wake up eventually at one time in your life. And there's a mixture of happiness and suffering, and which is very good for practice, for spiritual practice. Because when we suffer the most, this is when we really want to find a way out. Yeah, why I began this search so early also because my father passed when I was 21, very sudden. And that really dawned on me, oh, we could die anytime. Although you can say, oh, I'm still young. But no, you don't know what's going to happen in the next moment. Impermanent can happen to us in any moment. So if you have this sharp awareness of impermanence, you have this, you can see this true nature of life, which is really impermanent in essence. Really, the base is suffering. Although there is pleasures and happiness, but it's not long lasting. If you can see this, then you should really try to pursue true lasting peace and happiness, which is all within our potential, within our nature. Yes. So not only we should respect those beings who have completely realized Buddhahood, we should also respect everyone, because everyone has the Buddha nature. Now, how about the person you hate the most? How about those that torture you and make you suffer a lot? You have those people in your life? Raise your hand if you do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, how about those people? Do you think we should respect them?
I
Yes.
feel like they need it most.
Yeah, very good. Are you very compassionate? You have the heart of Bodhisattva. Yeah, before Shakyamuni Buddha realized Buddhahood, in the Diamond Sutra, there is a story. Before he was a sage, practicing meditation in the mountain, and one day there was this king that walked past him, and the king has many servants, like beautiful young girls, and all the young girls, they love this sage so much, and they went to listen to him to the talk, and listen to his Dharma talk. And the king was furious. I thought, oh, why you are a monk and you are like with all these women? This is not right. I'm gonna kill you. And then he really killed him. You know how he killed him? He used a knife to slice his meat off one by one. Like not just like kill like that, no, but like slice. Like a ham, you know, slice him off one piece, one by one. But he wasn't angry, because he's already transcended the body. And he wasn't angry, and he said, if I realize Buddhahood, I will first save you. He said to the person who killed him, and this is compassion. He has compassion because he sees his Buddha nature. He's not attached to what he was doing because of his ignorance, but he sees his Buddha nature. This is not easy. So if you can really, you have no hatred, no matter how others may treat you. Do you believe in the law of karma? The law of cause and effect? Okay, if you encounter someone who treats us really badly at the first time, you don't even know why. Why do you think? Why? What do you think? Why the person hates me so much, but we only met the first time?
And then we're mirrors for one another, so maybe I've always had the perspective that, not always, I've learned the perspective that's stayed with me for a while, that when, like, if you're jealous or you're angry or something, it's a form of admiration when you turn it around, because you're looking at something that is inside of you, whether it be negative traits or anything, something like where you're holding that in yourself.
Yeah.
But also too, if you're looking at someone and you don't, and you hate them, or you're trying to sabotage them in a way, it's like, what do they have and who are they that you're aspiring to be?
Okay, let's say why sometimes when we first met someone, we are like, oh, so in love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love you so much. Or sometimes when we first meet someone, it's like, oh, I hate you so much. I don't even know why. I just want to kill you. You had that?
No.
Yeah, other person said you're angel. I had one. I think many years ago. Someone first met and he was like, I just don't like you. Okay.
I'm just talking about people that I just don't like. There's not a
No.
compatibility with, I suppose.
But the Buddha said also it could be like a karma from the past. You know, maybe I did something bad to that person in my past life. Who knows? If not this life, then again this life we met, and then there's this like fiction. They just like don't like you because maybe I killed him in the past. So, or sometimes it's like, oh, you met someone and then you're like so in love. Also could be in the past you had already developed some kind of karmic bond or connection. Actually, the Buddha said because we reincarnated in the 6 realms for so long, we have all been past life brothers, sisters, mothers, and others. So it's not the first time we met here today. We met in the past, but in different forms. Yes. So, law of karma is really real. Yeah, it's not random. Nothing happens just by chance. There's always the causes and conditions and consequences.
Is there something in particular that you follow around like guidelines for karma and that sort of thing?
Yeah, of course. The 10 good deeds.
Right.
Okay.
People remember the 10 good deeds? You were here? Huh?
Affection.
No, that was the 6 perfections. I'm talking about the 10 good deeds.
Sure.
The ones you listed before.
Oh, no. The one I'm talking today is the 10 great practices of practice. So Buddhism has many like 10, 3, 6, 8. So the 10 good deeds are no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, no frivolous talk, no divisive speech, no harsh speech, no greed, no anger, no ignorance. If you follow this, good karma. The opposite of the 10 good deeds, 10 evil deeds, bad karma. So this is like a guideline. Yeah. It's difficult to be like no greed, no anger, no ignorance, but less greed, less anger, less ignorance. When you have thoughts of anger, ignorance, Amituofo, to transform them. Yeah. So yeah, not only we should respect all the Buddhas who have already realized Buddhahood, all the imperfect enlightened being, but also everyone, because everyone has the Buddha nature. Even to people who have harmed us, who have hurt us, make us suffer, actually we should be grateful for them because they are our teacher. If they can make you suffer, it means you have lessons to learn. And maybe they trigger you to wake up. Yeah, when you suffer the most, this is where the moment you may be like, oh, maybe I should come and listen to Dharma talk tonight. Right? So sometimes our suffering, the people who make us suffer, it's also our teacher. Yeah, and when you look back, you may be very grateful. Yeah, I actually was very grateful for what I had experienced, like tremendous suffering, because that really wake me up. And so I feel very blessed to be on the path, to find my purpose and meaning in life. This is very fulfilling. To encounter the Dharma is to me really the most precious thing in my life. And this is what makes my life meaningful. If I had not encountered the Dharma, I would feel like I'm just like a walking zombie. Every day I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? You know, why we work and then money and then death. So if you are a deep thinker in life, then, and if you have good enough karma, you will encounter the Dharma. If you practice the Dharma, then you will live a very happy and meaningful life. Yeah. And you can still keep your ordinary life. To practice Buddhism doesn't mean that you abandon your normal life. No. Your everyday life can be your practice. Your meditation can be in your everyday life. Yes. So if you can really be like a Buddha, the Buddha, when they see us, he doesn't see, oh, you are like so stupid, you are, all this. He sees your Buddha nature. Why we get afflicted so much with people sometimes, or maybe at work, or because other people, they did something stupid, or they did all this or this. We are attached to what they do. We are attached to the surface, the phenomena. We're not seeing the Buddha nature. If you see the Buddha nature, I respect your Buddha nature. Doesn't matter what you are like on the surface. I'm not attached to that because I see your infinite potential. Then in that way, you also won't generate hatred towards others. This will also help you overcome your anger, jealousy, whatever. Because you also have the Buddha nature. You're not less than anybody, but you're also not more equal. Our Buddha said we are all equal in this sense. Our Buddha nature is all equal, not our bank account or other things, but like our Buddha nature is equal. Yes. So that's why in the spiritual New Age, people usually say oneness, but this is true oneness. It's our Buddha nature. We are actually all one. We're all connected, and we all share the same Buddha nature. So that's why we should pay homage to all the Buddhas of the 3 ages, past, present, and future. Yeah. And the Buddha's mind is it's the mind of equality. I'm equal to all. Love and compassion to all. Because from the Buddha's mind side, everyone is the same. It's the Buddha, the future Buddha. Yes. If you can develop this wholesome mind, then it will be very good for your spiritual cultivation. Okay.
Why are there so many instances of the Buddha? Does that make sense?
Instances like stories or?
Well, just like all of us, why is it expressed in so many different, I guess you could say people? Or,
yeah. Very good question. Yes,
yeah.
Yes, very good. You should go back and read a sutra called the Sutra of 10 Good Deeds. Remember I just talked about the 10 Good Deeds? The opening of that paragraph explains why there are so many different us. Why we all look different. Why, if we're supposed to be like the Buddha or one. So the Buddha said, to say you are Buddha doesn't mean that you are really a Buddha yet. What's your name?
Izzy.
Lizzie.
Izzy.
Easy.
Izzy, yeah.
Easy. It's easy.
That's what I said.
Yeah, easy. So like Izzy said, although you have the Buddha nature, but you're not yet realized it yet. It's like you have the gold. How is gold discovered? Or how's gold made?
Do you know?
Pressure.
Yeah. Before, where do people dig the gold?
The ground. The earth.
Yeah, but they have to polish and all that, right?
Yeah.
It has to go through a whole process before the gold can resurface.
Yeah.
The Buddha nature is like our gold. We all have this gold, but currently it's buried. And because we are in the cycle of reincarnation for so long, for countless eons, and we are actually a product of our karma. Karma means intention acting through body, speech, and mind. Our look in this life is our karma. From the past and also from this life too. But when you were born, how you were looked, the family you chose, everything, it's your karma from the past. Well, it doesn't mean that you can't change your karma. Karma means intention acting through your body, speech, and mind. You bring certain karma with you into this life, but you can still change your karma if you know how. The 10 good deeds. You can accumulate good karma, or you can also create more bad karma every day with your thought, acting throughout body, speech, and mind. Yeah, and that's why we are all different, because of our different karma throughout our countless eons of reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's a great analogy.
It's a great analogy.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the gold?
Yeah, the goal.
Oh, it's from the sutra. Everything is from the sutra. Yeah, really great analogy. Well, if you read and you study the Buddhist sutras, so every day I do is I study all these sutras, and you're just amazed, you're blown out by, wow, what's this perfect enlightened being's mind? You really know this is from only a perfect enlightened being can speak like this. It's really incredible.
Does that mean that if you have a short life, that's your karma?
Of
you
course,
can't really control
your
that.
lifespan, you can increase. You missed our lesson, how to increase lifespan.
But what if you die when you're young and like someone, maybe like some children just die innocently, so that's their karma?
Oh, yeah, that's also karma. And children come to the parents for 4 reasons. Okay, they either come to collect karmic debt, they pay your karmic debt, they come to take revenge, they pay gratitude. It can be a mix of the 4. If a baby died very early, what would the mother be like?
That's what I was thinking. It teaches everyone around something.
Yeah, the mother will
They
suffer
come
a
as
lot.
teachers of the
It's
way.
also like to collect the karmic debt or to take revenge in a way. Yes, to collect debt. If they make you suffer greatly by your children or not listening to you and all this, maybe they come here to collect debt. If you have to financially support your children a lot, and maybe they come here to collect your debt too. If they very respect you so much, they support you, maybe they come to repay your karmic debt. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. The law of karma is very complicated. Yeah, and our lifespan is our karma. We bring a certain lifespan with us when we are born, but it doesn't mean you can't change it. How you change it is you practice fearless giving. Fearless giving is like you let sentient beings not to be afraid of you. For instance, you save lives, you rescue lives, you give others medicine, you take care of sick people. And you do this, it can increase your lifespan and health. Or even practice vegetarianism. It's also one way to save life. Yeah, it can also increase your lifespan and health.
Are you vegan or vegetarian?
I am a Buddhist vegetarian. Yeah, but I don't eat milk so much, dairy so much because of lactose intolerance. It's very common for a lot of Asian people. Yeah. In Mahayana Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism, we advocate vegetarianism. I mean, it's not a must, but the Buddha said, try not to kill the animal directly and consume it. There is a direct karmic link if you do that.
What about fishermen?
Not good. Oh, you don't want to be a fisherman. Yes.
I still feel that there's a significant link between paying someone to kill that being.
Oh, that's
Which
like
would
double
be-
your karma.
Oh, right. Because when we a lot of us these days, we don't directly slaughter the animals that we eat. We, in fact, pay for the food and pay for the people in the slaughterhouse.
Okay, so I know this is a bit different. So if you're going to the supermarket, because they already slaughter for the public, the masses, not directly for you, not just for you.
Yeah.
There is karma, but less, than if you directly kill it, or you order someone to kill it for you.
Right.
Yeah, like when I told my mom, don't kill animal to eat and all that, she said, oh, I don't kill, I just go to the market and ask them to kill. In China, I said, no, this is double the karma because you order others, you make others commit evil as well by doing so. Yes. But Buddha does not have this strict bar on vegetarianism, particularly for beginners, because if imagine the Buddha said you have to be a vegetarian to practice Buddhism, then a lot of people don't want to practice. What you eat is not the most important. Most important is to be awakened. And when you awaken enough, when you develop this compassion enough, you may see, oh, maybe these are my past life parents, doctor, brother, or this, and then maybe oh, maybe I don't want to eat that one day. Yeah. So it's not like a strict requirement. No stress. Yeah. Any other things you'd like to share and ask?
Is there like an origin story? Like I'm still thinking of the gold analogy. Like how did the pieces become separate?
Oh wow, this is from one of the sutra called the Perfect Awakening Sutra. I recommend you to go and read that one. This is where the goal analysis comes from. This is...
Read it instead.
No. I will try to explain, but this is not what you can currently comprehend by the mind. In fact, samsara is not real. This is not real. This is, in Buddhism, it's called illusion. It's like a dream.
Like Mara? Is Mara like
Mara
the figure
also
of illusion, right?
Yeah, Mara, it's illusion, but also Mara, it's the sixth, the law of heaven in the sixth level of heaven, the highest heaven in the desire realm. He governs the desire realm. Currently, we are in the desire realm. That's why we have so much desire for money, food, lust, sleep, all this desire. And in the desire realm, there's the head called low Mara. And the low Mara particularly dislike Buddha and the monastics, because that's when before the Buddha reached perfect enlightenment under the tree, he came to disturb the Buddha. It's like, hey, don't do that. I give you all the most beautiful women. Don't stop your meditation right there. But the Buddha was unmoved, because the Buddha is determined to transcend samsara. He particularly did not like people to practice meditation, practice Buddhism to transcend samsara. Why do you think he doesn't like it? Because you are out of his control.
Oh, yeah.
When you are here, you are under his control. He's like a control freak. He doesn't like when people get out of his territory. He particularly like when you indulge in pleasures and desires, because that's how
he's doing a good job.
He is, and he has so many his disciples come here to, do that, and why he particularly likes it when people indulge in pleasures and desire, because that's how they attain their pleasures. So they are at the 6 levels of the heaven. And in that particularly level of heaven, they have so much already happiness. It's like how they generate happiness is to see others indulging in pleasures. That's how they generate the source of happiness. To them, it's not much interesting for them to do it, but they want to see other people doing it, and that's how they're so happy.
Is that a positive thing or not in this scenario? It doesn't seem to be in this scenario, but you would think that it's a positive thing. Like you were talking about those 10 things before, I can't remember what they were. Something like enjoying others to be happy or encouraging that. Or
Rejoice in the merit.
Rejoice, yes.
Oh, that's different.
So,
different. Rejoice in the merit is like you do good deeds, and then I rejoice in your merit instead of being jealous of you.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's not very good, because it's like he likes to see people drown in desires and pleasures, but which eventually will lead to suffering.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of the things here in our world is created by Mara's people for us to indulge in all kinds of desires.
Is it possible for us to become one of his disciples?
We're here, can we be converted?
Well, I think there is already, like, he already has, like, lots of disciples in the world.
Probably most of the world.
Yeah, you're right. Buddha is the minority. Like, his disciple are lots of, I think there is like a secret, maybe I should not record this. There's a secret society in America. It's like they worship Saturn.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Saturn can be like Lord Mara in a way.
Right.
And then a lot of the entertainment and everything, TikTok, they all try to like make you drown in all kinds of desires.
There's a lot of noise as well.
It's very difficult to practice Dharma at this age. Only the Pure Land Dharma can help you exit samsara. Other practices, if you practice other practices, you also need to add on the Nearful practice. Yeah. So in China, also Chan Buddhism and Pure Land Buddhism are practiced together.
If you like die suddenly,
You Nearful and you go to the Pure Land.
but what if it's like so sudden that you don't really have like awareness, like it's like an accident, or like you get run over,
Like a heart
or,
You don't have those
Or a heart
10 seconds
attack.
to do your chant.
does that make sense?
Makes sense, of course. We have many cases like this. Not many, some cases like this I know of. Like, because I am a YouTuber, and then sometimes people, Pure Land practitioners from other worlds, share the rebirth stories with me. And this girl from Mexico, his brother died from an accident, car accident. And she practiced Nianfo. And then the brother, when the brother died, very bad expression, very unhappy, very sad. And then she told the doctor, I would like to stay with him for 2 hours. And then in that period, the 2 hours, she chanted Amituofo to him and tell him also to Nianfo with her together. And then she said she was like closed her eyes the whole time. She was very focused, concentrated, and she didn't notice how the expression changed. But when she opened her eyes, she got this big like smiling like this. And his brother was not even a happy person in his life. I got that photo in my phone. I can share with you after this. So even after he already passed, but his consciousness maybe had not left the body yet. Usually because we are very much attached to the body. So your consciousness will not leave so quickly if you're attached. You're still in the body. And in that moment, if you can remember Amituofo, that's why daily practice is important. Moment-to-moment awareness. If not, if you have someone who remind you to Nianfo, you can also go. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is incredible. Yeah, my grandma went to the Pure Land last year when I chanted Amituofo for her. And then she left, the whole body was soft. Yeah,
That's
and
beautiful.
very good expression. And if you go to the Pure Land, you don't have rigor mortis, and all the joints are soft. And you can put her in sitting meditation. Yeah, we have lots of videos like that. Yeah. So if you encounter this path, from the sutra, the Buddha said it's because in the past you make offerings to countless Buddhas. You have very good merit to encounter this practice, to believe in it and to practice it, to go to the Pure Land. This is really the way out, I'm telling you. But you don't have to believe in me. But if you like to keep staying in samsara, you're welcome. But to me, it's like, I'm over with this. Okay, this is my last life here. But when you go to the Pure Land, you become a Buddha. You can come back easily. You can manifest here easily, and you can manifest simultaneously in all the worlds in the 10 directions to help save sentient beings. Because you're infinite.
Is it to become a bodhisattva?
You can be a bodhisattva here, yeah. Because here there are already other Buddhas lined up, so you can be a bodhisattva here. At any particular time, we'll go now. Yeah. At any particular time in the world, there could only be the teachings of one Buddha. If other Buddhas come back, there will be bodhisattva to assist the Buddha. So people are not confused with which Buddha to follow. Yeah. Yeah. Super interesting. Okay, sorry. Today we ran really go over time, but it's just so interesting. And I could talk for hours. But if you're interested in more about it, you can talk to me after, or you can also watch my videos on YouTube. Yeah, we got so many videos on there. Yeah. Okay, let's do a merit transfer before we go. May we be reborn
May we be reborn
in the Western Pure Land
in the Western Pure Land
of the 9 great lotuses
of 9 great lotuses
as our parents.
as our parents.
When the lotus open,
When the lotus open,
we see the Buddha
we see the Buddha
and realize the Dharma of non-arising
and realize the Dharma of now arising
and have non-regressing bodhisattvas
and have no restricting bodhisattvas.
be our companions.
Be our companions.
May all beings
May all beings
be happy
be happy
and free from suffering.
and free from suffering.
Namo Amituofo.
Namo Amituofo.
Thank you, everyone. Rejoice in your merit in listening to the Dharma. It's really not easy to practice the Dharma, so rejoice in all of your merit. But to practice the Dharma is really the most valuable thing in the world, so treasure this opportunity.